Wouldn't it be nice if you could help your dog overcome insecurities or fears and discover his curiosity? That's what we're gonna do in this video step-by-step guide. And I'd not recommend skipping ahead because fear really needs a very strong foundation. So let's start with that. First of all, your dog needs to learn that learning with you and working with you is safe and fun. So we introduce this whole concept. It's the same thing as if you were afraid of spiders. And if I were to watch out, there will be a spider on your screen in a few seconds. So I'm just warning you. If I were to pop a spider on your screen, like this, and you know that this spider cannot jump out of your screen and attack you, so you will be able to handle this situation because you can also like avert your eyes or something like that. So you know that the context is safe. And this is what we are creating for your dog. And this is a little bit tricky with sounds because we cannot 100% control sounds like thunder or shots or something like that. So this is more tricky, but for objects or people, dogs, whatever, it works really well. So now choose the time you're training and your surroundings wisely. So you do not want anything scary happening during your training session. And then we start with something really, really easy. And you can pick a different exercise if this is too tricky for your dog. I like to use a nose target and a marker signal. Of course, first we introduce the marker signal and then we switch to the nose target. This is a pretty easy exercise and you can choose a closed fist, 2 fingers, the whole hand, the outside of your hand or the inside of your hand. It becomes more tricky or more easy depending on how you hold your hand. So just try it out with your dog. And what we want is we want to reward our dogs very frequently so we have a lot of success very quickly. So our dogs make positive experiences fast. This is how we really get the foundation that training is fun and a safe experience. Now, you will see your dog's body language soften and your dog's gaze softening during your training session. If you don't see that, check your body language first. You might do something subconsciously. Maybe you're staring a bit while concentrating really hard, or you're leaning over your dog a little bit, or there might be one other thing we will see in a second. First, let's talk about if your body language is totally okay, but your dog is still not relaxing the body language. Then I would switch to searching. Not like something really tricky or difficult or whatever, just throwing one treat down, throwing a couple of treats down, and calling it like a drop or a search or whatever. So your dog just has to take the nose down, sniff around a little bit, pick up treats. That's the only challenge your dog has. And often that's easier for shy dogs to start with. Now, let's get back to the big no-no during training. And this is something that we do subconsciously, and sometimes we need video to know if we do it or not. And that's touching the dog. Do not pet the dog during training sessions. Never, ever, 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 ever do that. Because many dogs, especially shy dogs, find that really uncomfortable and like a crossing of boundaries, a violation of trust. So again, we want to keep these sessions really safe for our dogs so they can start testing what they can do, what they're capable of, and find their curiosity, right? So when you see your dog starting to have fun with the exercise, that might feel like your dog's getting a little bit cheeky, right? When you see that, you can start switching the same game to a different location. So you're introducing the same safe experience to just another location. And whenever you introduce a game, an exercise, whatever, in a new location, start from the beginning. You will build up the same exercise way faster, but it helps your dog get the connection that this now means we can do this at this new place, or we can do this everywhere, or whatever. but your dog needs to learn that. So start at the beginning and you will go through the plan faster. And we have one more step to go before we can introduce the scary thing. And that is, after you have awakened a happy training buddy in your dog, you can switch the exercise. So we now want to teach a dog that it's not just this one game, it's every game. Safe component is you. So you switch to a different game and now you can do, if you started with the hand target, you can do the sniffing. If you started with sniffing, you can do the hand target. And you go through the steps again. Start by step 1, go through the training plan again. Now, you will be way faster by now, but this is important to really give your dog fast success and awesome experiences, right? And don't worry, most dogs don't need that long to go through the whole training plan, and it is an awesome mental workout. So if you're looking for enrichment, that is really a great thing to do. And after you have done these steps and everything works really well, your dog now knows the training routine, you can introduce the scary thing in a very small dose and then start your training routine. And that can mean that you pick a large distance to the scary thing, or you can make the thing itself smaller. Both can work well. Try it out and start where your dog feels confident. Start where your dog is happy to participate in training. And as soon as you have found that sweet spot, you can start not with your training you have done so far, but with look at the thing, look at me. So engage, disengage. Or look at the thing, look away. It doesn't have to be look at me. It's easier for us humans and sometimes easier for the dogs, but it doesn't have to be. So if your dog's not comfortable looking at you, your dog can look anywhere else. But the important thing is that your dog can actually look at the thing. And for you, what's important for you is that you reward away from the thing. So whenever your dog engages with the thing, you reward with getting more distance in with the treat you give your dog. Now this might sound tricky, but just try it out. Take this video into your training session and just train along with me. You will see as soon as you get into the groove of training, it becomes really easy. And if it doesn't, we can do it together. So go to the description, book a free call, we see what I can do for you, and we just start training together. But give yourself the chance to just get into this groove. Now, if your dog's fine doing that and you can get closer to the object and do the thing, then you can combine the games within the training session so that your dog can actually learn what he can do whenever this scary object is present so that he can feel well. Now, of course, more confidence in general always helps with anti-fear training. And if you want to learn more about how you can help your dog build confidence in general, watch this.